Davinci Resolve.
How to
Editing needs visualization and how-to steps. And don't be worried, I covered both in this video. And by the end of this video, you will be able to render your first Davinci Resolve video. But first, let's get Davinci Resolve. It's free, man. Come on, let's go.
You go to Davinci Resolve's website. I'll put the link in the description. Okay, go to free download now. Look at this. You'll be like, oh, you'll see 4 versions of Davinci Resolve. The right side, both are Davinci Resolve Studio. Left side, Davinci Resolve Public. So Studio version is the paid version. The free version is the free version. What the Just click on the 18.5 or whatever recent one, whatever system you're using. I'm using Windows. Just click on it. Fill this form. It's just basically a $0 purchase. Register and down. Thanks. And just download it. So let it download. Once the thing is downloaded, just extract it. So you just right click it, go to extract this, and if you don't have any extraction software, just download 7-zip. It's free. So there we go. You have this thing. You just refresh. I don't know why the logo is just not showing up. Yeah, the logo just showed up. Fuck. Trust me, bro. Double click it. That's all it takes.
Hello, I am Alex from Microsoft. Your computer have a virus.
Go yes. Just as you install any other software, just next, and just install it. There's not much option for you to do. Like, only thing you can change is, like, if you have a SSD in a separate drive, you just make sure you install it on SSD, so then it will work better. And once the installation is complete, you just have to restart your PC. I'ma just go.
Here we go. Power. The restart billet. Been chillin'.
Now, if you need a full installation,
So let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. First, look at your inventory and see what you have. You got footage. You got an idea. Cool. And you know that by the end of this, you will have something, right? 3 statements, all are true. And what lies in between is time and the editing. That's what we're gonna do.
you have Davinci Resolve, so just open it.
12 seconds later.
This might not look as same as your interface. I'm logged in to the cloud, that's why it looks like this. But anyways, first we gotta create a new project. So you just come here, click on new project, and name it whatever you want. How to craft. Yay, you created the project. Oh bro, I want to rename the project. Shift +1, easiest way to come to here. Right click, rename, how to create rack. Okay, close it. So we have our project.
So basically 3 steps. 3 steps. You import, you cut and join, and then you render. In between that, you just generate proxies, color grade, effects, and all that stuff. But basically that is all that.
But before that, you'll be like, what on the Cimentos is this? Like, there's so many.
Daddy, chill.
What the heck? So basically what I'm gonna be using on this tutorial is the media page, the edit page, and the deliver page. First, come to the media page. We gotta import. So I have all my footage laying around here. So it's total 66 item, 30 GB of footage I need to dump over there. Now if you just select it, dump it, it's gonna crash. Okay, you want to make me crash, right? So you're gonna do is just like I'm gonna just select the whole all clips like this, shoot, drag and drop. Hey, okay, it says change project frame rate. So it doesn't matter what, if you click on change or don't change, you can change it later. Okay, so I'm gonna click on change because it's telling me to, and we'll change it later anyways. Hey, I think our shit got crashed. Hey, we successfully, okay, so it's just kind of calibrating, kind of. Hey, you successfully imported all these clips. Now throughout this whole editing session scene, you be importing clips like the same way. That's why like every scene have media pool scene. Now I'll be like, bro, Crane, I cannot see the media pool. Okay, because each one of these you see highlighted, it says toggle on and off. So if it's off, turn it on. Like even with the effects, if it's off, turn it on, like that. Even this can be off, like on, or inspector can be off on. That's all that thing is. So I'm gonna go back to the media thing because I want to just make it a little bit organized. So I'm gonna right click on here, new bin footage, and then we're gonna just select the whole footage and just put it on this folder. Amazing. Now basically the media is used to get a lot of information. You just select on this thing, you can double click to preview it, like you space to just start doing this thing. If you just select it, it says like 23.976 2704 blah 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 and all that stuff. Great. Now we gotta create a timeline. Basically for the timeline, you just some basics. Imagine I'm gonna take this clip over here, double click to preview this thing, scroll up, scroll down to zoom it, press Z, it gets like fit in this thing. I'm gonna assume that you have zero experience on editing. Just as you maneuver the video files, you left click and you scrub that's
Okay.
Drugs.
This is awkward. No, thank you.
Drugs.
Now if you want to set a clip's in point, that is I means like this is from where the video will start, like look at this, and put an out point, there's O out point, Alt I and Alt O to just undo in and out point. So you just in and out, left click, drag and drop it here. Now what this thing created, this is a timeline. If you just scroll down, you can see timeline 1 already got created. Hey, you successfully created your timeline. If you want to make any changes to your timeline, you can always come to this cog icon and you can review your timeline settings. For me, I'm running with 1920 by 1080p in 23.976 fps. Like for say you want to make it 60 fps, you can change it from here. And yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like you can change it anytime you want. Moving through this editing in the timeline is basically the same. You just select the clip and you just hold left click to drag the clips away like this, like mouse drag, you know what I mean? Before you do anything, for most of the people, if you just install Davinci Resolve, you might not gonna hear anything. Here I press the space bar and it's playing, and you can see this is the volume meter. For me, when I first imported, I can't able to hear anything, and it was so frustrating. Like sometimes it can be this is turned off, because like if you turn off this thing, it just turns off. The first thing you gotta do, if you cannot hear anything, you just go to Davinci Resolve, you go to preferences, and then you go to video and audio input / output. Now for me, I'm using a Focusrite audio interface. That's my input output. For you, you're gonna just click system audio and then just select what's your input and what's your output as a sound, and then hit save. And if you don't know what's your input and output, you just come to the speaker icon, right click, open sound settings, and you can see your output and input. You can find all that stuff here and there. Great, you imported clip, you created a timeline. Now the next thing you gotta do, just not a lot of people will encourage you to do that. You see this lag, you see this stutter in this playing the clip. You have to generate proxy media. I'm like, what the F is a proxy media? It's basically a rendered compressed version of your clip which doesn't lag. So we're gonna go to the cog and you just scroll all the way down and you see like optimize media and render cache, proxy media resolution, choose automatically. Nope, my footage I have started in 2.7K and I edit in 1080p. Basically for me, what I'm gonna go with quarter. The preview will be quarter of the resolution, and the proxy media format is HQX, means high resolution, more than 1080p. HQ is 1080p, SQ is maybe 720p. So yeah, quarter of the resolution and 720p. Now you can put it to like original and HQX or H264 for that, but the size is gonna be big. I already dumped 30 GB of footage, and if I keep it same, it will gonna be like another 30 GB, so total 60 GB. What the? Takes less space, works perfect. same quarter SQ, and you don't need to mess around with these settings. And you just scroll down. Now this proxies will be saved into a particular folder. Now imagine my proxy is gonna be another 10 GB. Like my local disk C, which is this default thing of that, is already freaking running with 30 GB free, so that's not gonna be the best place to do that, right? So I have a separate folder in H called Proxy Davinci where I dump all my proxies. So browse Proxy Davinci, select that, select folder. For cache, the same thing, we're gonna select a separate folder. Yep. And it's a pretty annoying that you have to do these settings every single time, after you create a new project. Just get reset and then you just hit save, and that's that. Now, how you generate proxies? You just simply right click, generate proxy media. Boom, it got generated. Now it was pretty fast, because now if you scrub through it, you can just scrub like a butter. Look at this, like this. So okay bro, I generated proxy media and it lags. Probably the reason it's just not working is just playback. Go to playback, proxy handling, prefer proxies. If it's disabled, you just prefer proxies and it's gonna work. I need proxies for every single clip footage on this media, and you select every single folder like this. You just right click and generate proxy media. Now look at this, it's gonna take a time, but it's worth it. So while it's rendering proxies, let me show you how to play some easy Radiohead. So it's just basically 2, 2, 3 like that. So like that. And look at this, how it's just smooth, flawlessly does that. And we're gonna come to the edit page, and now imagining you just don't know anything about editing. Prologue, you just use WASD for basic normal movement in a game, standard movement. So let me give you a taste of this. So normally, like, to move around clips, you just drag and do stuff like that. But then you be like, okay, I need to zoom in and zoom out like this. How am I doing this like that? Look, the most people do this like this, where there are already 3 modes set like that. Boom, 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 like that. And there is a slider here. You can just zoom in, zoom out like that. But also, it requires your sanity to just, the easiest way to do is put a key for it. Now I use S for zoom out, D for zoom in. Now be like, how are you gonna assign it? Like, you just Davinci Resolve, keyboard customization, you go to like application, I think, and then view, and you go zoom in, zoom out. Now you're not gonna see this D or S option there. Like, for example, I'm just gonna removing that. So zoom out, I'm just gonna select it, press S, and then it's assigned right there. Or you can just simply search for here zoom, you know what I mean? And then you so now you can just zoom in, zoom out like a Chad. Okay, let me sip a cup of coffee. Lego.
Leia's my sister?
Sweet home. Hello. Now the basic crackhead thing, make a cut. Like, I want to start the clip from, okay, now you already see a problem here. As I'm scrolling through, it's just stuttering, not stuttering, like it's just skipping a lot of frames. I want to cut somewhere around here, but it's just skipping. The reason why it's happening like that is this magnetic thing is on. Basically what magnetic thing does is just, if you have 2 clips here, you see like this, it automatically like attracts each other like that and that. But if you turn it off, it actually goes into it, and while it's turned on, it will still go into it if you put much force. But so if you turn it off, you can now zoom in and you can just maneuver through most of the frames, which you cannot do with this. Move your playhead using the arrow keys like this, like a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, like that, but both ways using the right or left arrow. So I want to cut around here. I want to make a cut here. Okay, normally people would use the blade tool. You can either select it, equip blade, and just click to cut this thing, Control Z, I'm doing undo, or simply press C to select blade and cut it. You can do that, and to come back to your selection tool, you press, either you can press V or you can just select like this, but it still requires like so much clicks and, you know, search split, and you see timeline, split clip, A. I assigned my A key for that, same way to do it. Nice. Hit save. So what now this will do is, like, wherever your playhead is, if you press A, it will make a cut. Like, how easy is that? Like, literally you can just, you know, drag this thing and like boom boom boom, make cut without even just selecting this over and over again. Control Z to doing this. So imagine I want to start this clip from here, like here I'm just grabbing this piece of wood, so I'm gonna press, you know, cut here, and I want up to here, so I want to make another cut here, and you can just select, you press delete. I use X key to delete. So yeah, there's two type of delete. One type of delete is like, okay, you delete it like this, and then you have to drag it all over, you know, this clip to here, which is also requiring steps. So they hear the concept of ripple delete. So if you just select the clip and press F, it ripple deletes. Okay, you said WASD, man, how to move forward or how to move backward. Here, in sense of forward, means like instead of cutting 2 times, I'm gonna just cut and move this thing in a whole time. So it's like, okay, I grab the wood, you know, up to this playhead. Now I don't want the rest part of the clip of this thing. So end to playhead search, you just come into ripple. End to playhead is you assign W for it. So what that does is it cuts everything in front of it up to the end of the clip. So I'm gonna press W, and it's gonna just cut it, ripple delete it at the same time, which is very convenient for like, okay, I just wanna, you know, just it just cuts away the whole rest part of the clip, just a press of a button. Same way you can cut before the playhead, which is start to playhead, which is you know, you assign Q for it, and you press Q, and then it's just like this part. I want to grab this is the start of the thing. This is full empty. This part is fully empty, and you just like that. So this upper track is your video track, the down track is your sound track. Okay, basically you can just drag it and you can zoom it, magnify it, whatever you want. You just select it, you just right click, link clip, you know, simply, you know, it just unlinks the thing. Now you know how to cut, join, how to ripple delete, and that's basically mostly you need in, you know, while editing. I don't.
Do me a favor, shut the
Imagine this, it's blowing up, it's going red. Look at this, this is your volume mixer, and the volume is going red at this point. Look at this. Select it, and it's the moment you select it, you see this volume thing pops up. Now you're like, I cannot see, bro, where it is. Make sure your inspector is on, you can see it. There you go. So you just select your thing, come to volume, and you'll be like, what the hell is pitch? Don't need to do that. Volume, just as you just so as you like decreasing the volume like this, like that, you know what I mean? So you the same thing is like this, decrease and increase. There's not much. Or you can just put values. I'm gonna select it, put -6, put -6, boom, it's just -6 now. You know, every parameter, like you wanna decrease the volume, you wanna change anything, you will find it on the inspector. Okay, so think it of like this way, like, okay, whatever the camera is seeing, all you can see is layering and that stuff, right? Now if I put this, you cannot see the layering because the yellow thing is above the white thing, right? And now if I put this, you can actually see the yellow but in a blur way. And then if you add a text, like, you can see only the text, you cannot see the yellow behind the text. Now, okay, this is my clip. What I want to do is I want to just, you know, search here and solid under the generator. I'm just dragging and dropping above it, and shit goes black. So the black is overshadowing this thing, and you just select this thing in an inspector, you will see the color is black. Let's make it yellow. Okay, adjustment clip like that, drag and drop and adjustment blur over it. Holy shit. I want to add a text on it, so just like search bar, text, you go title, basic text here. Okay, I want to add a text, want to make a color like that, size of it, change the font of it, like that, change the color of it like that. You'll be like, what the hell?
Okay, so that's how the layering works. So the bottom one was this white one, the yellow thing above it, adjustment layer with some blur, the text layer. So basically text is, you know, shadowing everything under it. So that's the basic, you know, layering concept.
Mom, Dad, give me vodka. Mom.
Now you can at least understand what these hieroglyphics trying to mean. Like, you just,
I mean, okay.
How many cigarettes have you got, lad?
Basically, editing is pretty much logical. For example, like, okay, I wanna zoom it a bit. So like, you just select it, go to inspector and just slide it up, just hold it up and slide it up a little like this. Oh, I just zoomed it. You know, you just play it. Okay, the next clip, okay, it's again zoomed out, and you'll be like, okay. Imagine you just put an adjustment clip above it, so this will control the both using that. So you just put the adjustment clip, and if you change the zoom of it, you zoom this and this will be also zoomed. So that's the idea of it. So you know now layering, you imported clips, you started a timeline, you know how the tools barely work and all that stuff. Now, okay, how to make rack, that was the main part of the video. So I want to just caption how to make a rack. So you just select the clips like that, and you just zoom out a little and you drag it a little, you know, push it forward. Okay, you'll be like, oh my god, this is so messed up. Okay, I cannot even see it. Make sure if your effects is on like that. If you turn on the effects, you'll find all this thing. Now here you can scroll through all this thing, toolbox, lots of bunch of tools here, video transition, audio transition, titles and stuff. I need titles, so just select title, and then you just come to text, like this text. You can choose between a lot of, there's animations and stuff. Yeah, I just need a basic text. Okay, left click, drag and drop. Now you have a text. As soon as you click it, you see here inspector, there's a lot of things. Now here, if you whatever you want to write, you can just type it. Like, I'm gonna type it how to make rack. So that's the thing. Now you can change a lot of parameters of it, like size, obviously, tracking, spacing, play around with it. I will say that basically I use most of the time is the size, this alignment, you know, writing crane, and it'd be like, okay, I want to make it this crane over here, basically your word thingy like this, and font basically. So you just basically select it and you go to font family. There you can find lots of fonts. You just select it. I love to use Helvetica, so easy way to search is you just select this, okay, and then you just select the font family, and then it will go auto search mode. So if you press C, look at this, it already goes there. Scroll down, you find Helvetica. There you go. You'll be like, okay, I want to make it a little bit of like coming out of darkness, a little bit of animation. You just move your cursor here, right click, add 6 frame cross dissolve, and now you have this. Now you can just zoom in and drag it up. Boom, you got your nice little kind of intro. This is an animation you did how to make a rack, but you can do it in a different way. So if you select this thing, and then if you delete this thing, you know, select it, you'll be like, okay, I want to make how, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 frames. Make a cut, you just like delete it, you select it, alt drag to duplicate like this. You can do it also Control C and Control V, but that takes a lot of time. Select it, alt drag, and you have your thing. You just change how to, again, alt drag, make, and alt drag wood, and then let's imagine, okay, this wood settings, and a little bit make it up, and then we just alt drag it up. We cut here, we just change it to rack, then you go to settings, move it there. If you play it to make wood rack, that was fast a little. You ignore that. That was accidental. So if you accidentally press something like this or like this, you don't need to be scared. You just press it again and bump it again. I'm not going to graph and all that stuff. You can just drag it to make like that, a little like this, like that. How to make or drag. So to do the transition, imagine you want to do the transition you did for this one also. If you do add 6 frame cost resolve, it's gonna work on only wood, not on the rack. To make it work, you can select it and you can use it as a one layer, new compound clip, create, and now those two are stapled in one, and you just do the same trick, and now they're both gonna dissipate in.
And what the compound layer does is you just basically you are just stapling this all together and saying this one layer, so I can hold down and drag and do whatever I want.
I don't understand what the hell you're saying!
I'm gonna use only cut to make a piece, something, only using cuts and W and Q, all that stuff. Now a lot of people will just in the first tutorial will go like up, down, move, animation, keyframe, blah, blah, blah. No, you basically, if you watched Casey Neistat, it's all about cuts, okay?
Now commence our descent.
That's editing is all about. So I'm gonna delete everything.
Hey!
Just like a beginner as I used to do, I'm gonna just click all this thing, drag and drop, and then be like, oh my god, my clip went how long, sir? 43 minutes? Oh my god, bro, I'm about to bust. So for me, I kind of maybe have no idea. So what I'm gonna try to do is just, so this is bullshit. Cut it out. As you can see that I have no idea whatever the I'm just doing here, and it's a part of the editing. Sometimes you lose the way, you got zero idea how to make the right choice. I mean, you can edit, just cut, join, stitch and all that stuff, but it's all about making decisions. So here I'm just trying around to just getting into it, like kind of. So yeah, it's a part of the process. So this part is kind of weird to explain actually, but I'll try my best. So I used only cut and WQ and all that stuff to make it to this. Now this is not a big shit, but this is like I mean the simplest thing I could have come up with. So I'm gonna try to summarize and simplify it how I did it.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
So in this shot, like here what I'm doing is just I'm leaning down and then I'm just grabbing the piece of wood from there. So here I use 2 shots to do that. So in this shot, like I grabbed it like in a POV of a wood, and the second shot is like POV of me, and that's what I'm trying to achieve with. So I cut it where I leaned down, grabbed the wood and took it. Then what I did was I compiled all the shots where I'm grabbing stuff and put them one by one together. Just cut, separate it, and join together. Just nothing much. You just trim that exact moment and just join it one by one. Yep, look at this. Nice. Look at this. So then I cut to the shot where I just grabbed the yellow paper, wrote DIY rack, and then went to the recipe to make a rack. Originally, I thought about putting this shot where I'm just doing a snap and then it cuts to the red table camera over. Kind of like this is, taking it to a different direction, so I just cut it out. A little quick thing. So in the preview part, you can take only audio or only video. If you just drag this drags only video. If you drag this is for only audio. That's how I'm gonna only in and out the audio part. I'm gonna drag to the timeline, so I don't have to like drag it, cut it, unlink it, and then just chop it up. No, it's not none of this. So in the main shot, I put all the things that I would need one by one by one. So while editing, what I did was I cut to the part where it doesn't show my hand, so it's just like popping out of nowhere, and compile them together. Now to spice it up a little bit, I just cut the sound effects while you put them there and align them with the cut, if that makes sense. To only audio, I need only audio, so I'm just gonna drag it up here and put it over here. Look at this. Put it down here. Look at this, and align it with this thing. Look at this. Look at this. And place it under the cut. Zoomed in and put it there. Now you know audio texturing. This is you manually sounded all this thing. Now how cool it looks. Just look at that. Look at this. This you just created only by cutting. No effects, no garbage. So you were like, okay, I need to render this thing. How are we gonna render? I want to render this part. I don't want to do anything. Basically, you just zoom it in, put your playhead at here, put I to put an in point, go all the way back, put a O to out point. But you'll notice that what the hell is this gap like here? So you go one frame before, and if you press O, it will be like there, like this. And now, as you did all that stuff, you're gonna go deliver, and there's lots of preset. I'm not gonna even blow your head with a custom. Let's just go 1080 YouTube 1080p. If you want to do it 1080p, you just make sure that 920 1080p. Okay, your frame rate is good. You don't need to change anything. YouTube 1080p will take care of you. You just put your name. What is this? Okay, how to crack, how to rack, location, browse. I'm gonna render it in H. Save this. Here we go. Add to render queen. You see, job 1. You select it. Render all. And then it will automatically start rendering. Hey, Lego, you render your first, maybe not, your first Davinci Resolve video.
Congratulations!
So the whole tutorial went a little too longer than I anticipated, but at least I put everything what I wanted to put there. Because a lot of people like just cut, join, zoom out, zoom in, and like. I would have been grateful if I had this tutorial when I started. Like, I wanted to have a video tutorial like this way. That's why I made this video. And yeah, Seeking also requested, so yeah, I made it. How cool is that? Let's go.
How to.
By the way, I recorded the whole this green screen audio through this VLab microphone using my Microsoft Lumia 535. It have inbuilt recording system, which literally no Android phone have, I believe. You have to download third-party software, freaking Apple had. So come on, the Windows phone used to be great. Can you even will you even see it? Even see this masterpiece?